Good afternoon, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. Just got finished work, got home, walked the dogs. Thought I'd do some thoughts on part 2 of Get Back. Whew, what an amazing show. I'm really loving the first and second part. I'll be watching the third one after I finish this video. Managed to watch the first one twice, managed to watch the second one twice. So I'm not going to reveal a lot, but just an amazing documentary, and how you feel that you're part of it. The way Peter Jackson has portrayed this. The images are crystal clear, the vocals are clear, the music is fantastic. It really gives me a perspective on this box set, the Let It Be box set, and I was going through the booklet from this, and there's so many images from this booklet that you've seen in the documentary. I mean, you know, just images like this, and it just gives you. Some of this has the third part in it, so I won't reveal this, but I remember this one here, where they're sitting around. Yoko sits through the whole thing. She doesn't say a lot. She did ask George Martin where to find some classical music, where she could buy that. I'm not sure why she was asking that, but that's about the only thing she said. There was a point where, while they were waiting around for the other two guys to show up, her and John and Paul wailed away. So Paul was on the drums, John was holding the guitar up against the amps to get feedback, and Yoko was doing her yelling, her normal yelling stuff. Paul has all kinds of nice things to say about her. He just feels that she's part of John. I don't see where the issue is. I see the interplay and the laughter between John and Paul. They know each other so well, and yeah, it just gives me a great perspective on this box set and what it represents, and it's I'm so happy that I have this now. I really appreciate it more and more. As far as the documentary, again, without revealing a lot, I am so impressed by the genius of these guys when they put music together. They start out with a melody, whether it be on the piano or the guitar. They work through the lyrics. They may not get the lyrics right the first time. They're kind of mumbling through lyrics. But especially Paul. I mean, you can just tell the genius in him as far as putting together these amazing tracks like Let It Be and Get Back. And even when they did For Your Blue with George on lead vocals, they had a little tiny steel guitar that John played throughout, and he nailed the lead parts throughout, even though they did 2 or 3 takes. I think on the third take they ended up saving it and using it on the album. It was just that good, and yeah, it's just it's just an amazing little documentary. There was a little bittersweetness at the first of the second documentary, because at the end of the first documentary, or the end of first part 1, George had left, and I'm hoping I'm not revealing too much, but George had left, didn't know whether he was coming back, and it was just, initially it was Ringo coming back into the studio, and then Paul showed up, so it was just the two of them sitting there, and it really struck me. You could see the tears well up in Paul's face and also Ringo's face, because he said there was 4, now there are 2. He didn't know if John was going to come back. He didn't know if George was going to come back. So that was a bittersweet moment in that one. But as far as the playfulness in the songs and the getting together, once George did come back, you could see the magic evolve, and you can see them just building on everything they did. They joked, they laughed. They could strike up any song, not necessarily theirs, some hits from the past. They did try to play a couple of their original ones when they were like 14, 15 years old. And they were telling stories of what had happened when Ringo was sick and another drummer came in. And it's just a lot of fun. And also they were talking about when they went over to visit the Maharishi and the adventures there, and just all kinds of stuff. It's just remarkable. I'm really looking forward to part 3. I was so close to watching it at work, but if I would have started, I wouldn't have finished work. But I'll be watching it again in another few minutes once I've done this video. But it's hard to describe everything without revealing everything for those that haven't seen it, and I don't want to ruin anything. If you're a Beatles fan, you're going to love this. If you're not, that's cool as well. You don't have to be, but you may not get it. But I think it's well worth it, and it's worth the watch. It's worth the experience. It's just remarkable that you feel you're right there with them. And this was, what, 50 some years ago. And I hope that that everyone has a chance to, that wants to watch this, get a chance to watch it and enjoy it for what it is. And if you're a fan like myself, I've really grateful that Peter Jackson took it upon himself to do this. And I love when Billy Preston came in. They just seemed to become alive, and they wanted him as a 5th member of the Beatles for sure. And he just raised the bar in some of these songs, and remarkable player. But anyway, that's just a little bit of a look at part 2 of the video. Again, I'm not trying to reveal as much, but I think it's definitely well worth it for all you Beatles fans out there. And I should come back again in the next day or so with part 3 and see my feelings on that as well. Anyway, guys, take care. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.